So, all right. So now it is time for your questions.
How do you, and this is for all four, how do you guys prepare for your characters? Like, do you take the time to really, go into a private sanctuary? Like, how do you, go into getting into your characters before you begin?
Yeah, Joe and Omari have good stories.
Well, in terms of character development, sometimes Omari and I kind of revisit the actual streets. We usually take a trip down to Southside Jamaica, do a little bit hanging out,
Jamaica Queens in the building. Hi,
Get a little
hi,
food,
I see you.
little hanging out, check out the corner.
Be on the lookout.
And then also, like, what I do before, like, just a typical day, if it's, that you have to keep the character as close as you need to keep the character. If you have to be in character, that's what you need to do, man. And you need to respect anybody else's process of them doing that for as much as they need to. I mean, I have elements of Tommy in me, but I'm certainly not Tommy. I watch on screen sometimes. I get scared. I was like, that guy's crazy. So I need to keep the character as close to me as I need him for the day.
Right.
So that's what I do.
Should we be expecting anyone new to the cast? And then will there be a Ghost Jr.?
It's an awesome question. First of all,
He does have a son.
How old are you, brother?
Tariq.
16.
That's awesome, man. God bless you. I'm looking at you, and it's hard to not get emotional because I see you, and I see young brothers that are fucking dealing with shit. So it's really hard for me not to. So first of all, you're a beautiful young black man, and you should hear that from me. Okay? I think it's impossible for us not to see elements in Junior that are ghost-like. I had a director once, and he's one of our four. I would speak for all four of us. It was Michael Bassett, guys. And he's one of our favorite directors. He's from England. But he had a concept one day when we were working, and he said, his kids don't know Ghost. And I said, absolutely they know Ghost. Because a man still comes home as a man. And the man is who the man is. And so he's Ghost. So in his construct, he's perhaps lived a life as this British man who is a director, brilliant director, who's been able to leave certain things from coming home. But what I know as a father in real life is my kids deal at times with Omari's temper. They deal with things I don't necessarily want them to see. And they're 3 years old and 16 months. So there's impossibilities to not seeing elements of Junior having ghost-like qualities, which is why Naturi's Tasha and Omari's Ghost are trying so hard to make sure that they don't necessarily ever have to live that life, if that answers your question.
Do you think Dre is going to be a Ghost Junior, Omari?
That's an awesome question. Dre is played by Rotimi Akanosho, very talented
Shout out
actor.
to Rotimi.
And
Phenomenal
His
actor.
character is also a father.
and I think that
Yeah.
he is what makes his character so interesting, Joe, is that he's living between the influence of your character, the influence of my character, and the influence in a ghost-like way of the possible Kanan character. And so it's so hard to know what makes Rotimi's character so dope is it's impossible to know maybe where he's gonna go. I think he has elements of Ghost in him too. But I definitely feel like Ghost doesn't feel as guilty about where he goes, but he feels absolutely guilty, young brother, about where his son, who's about your age, Michael Rainey Jr. is about your age.
So my question is for you, Omari. There was a lot of talk before the show started about basically the person that would play Ghost would have been 50 Cent. And if that would have been the case, who would you have played?
Tommy, no.
He's only Ghost.
I was never not playing. Curtis started out when he had the vision that Joe spoke to Jackie about him having, that it was the inception was Curtis, and then Courtney came in and built upon it. He thought about himself in that. She says that Ghost is an amalgamation of parts of Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, parts of her father, and, again, elements of whatever Omari, Joe, and Courtney have created Ghost to be. So the schedule is way too nuts for Curtis, who probably the only reason he's not here talking to you guys is because he's on another plane right now. I'm 18 hours on set, on the average 14 hours, but on long days 18 hours. So that's a grueling schedule, and the character is a lot to balance and juggle. So if I came on, bro, I was always gonna be Ghost.
He is the only Ghost.
Didn't they have you in mind for Ghost a long time ago? Like when they first started planning this, they thought of you, right?
Curtis said when he saw Shavu in Next Day Air in 2007, he said that's my Ghost, and
That's
Courtney
what's
felt
up.
the same way. So it's a long time. Thank you, Jackie.
Ooh,
You just threw me alive, Jackie.
What's your favorite food? And the truth, do you know how to cook, each and every one of y'all?
Okay, I'll start with this. Yes, I know how to cook, and my favorite food is a perfectly cooked corn tortilla over the flame with avocado and salt.
Yummy.
Expensive.
good. I do a little something. You know, I'm not a
She can
chef,
cook too.
but I can make homemade cornbread, and I can make a
some
good
bomb-ass chicken
salmon.
wings.
Yes, and barbecue wings, which is my favorite food. I love barbecue chicken, so I can make some barbecue chicken. Come on over. That I can do.
She sounded like she was in the cafeteria, right? Oh, we
Come
got
on,
it,
babe.
barbecue.
I can cook. I'm a good cook.
I can attest to that too.
Oh, Joe,
Yes.
great cook.
And my favorite food is probably my mother-in-law's pierogi.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yours are pretty good too.
Yeah, Omari,
No, I
I'm trying to
can't
get off the question.
I can survive in the kitchen.
Survive.
I'm not, that's not one of my
He
greatest
can
gifts.
boil
but
water.
I'm good. I know, right? But I think what I typically make, the one meal that I've
He
consistently
eats
made,
apples.
and that's it. Thank you guys for coming out.
It's real.
Do you by any chance feel that Ghost pretty much replaced you with Angie?
In some capacities, yeah. I mean, but there's also the obvious male-female element. But to me, the bigger question is that he replaced my sister with Angie.
Yes, I was about to go
And
to
so
that.
that's I think that's really the
He
hardest.
always
part
has
about
my
it.
back. That's why I keep him close. This is my guy.
So
Thank you.
Because
Okay.
like me as a fan, like I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, I'm like, he really like just dug up the past and he's just going for it. You
Well, I
know?
say it in episode 1. Why you want to go sniff around some pussy from high school?
I know. That's one of the lines. Yes. What's your next?
And for you,
Who?
Naturi,
Okay.
how do you feel seeing the relationship that Ghost has with Angie due to the fact that you guys have gone through so much stuff together? Like, there's things that you guys probably don't even show on the air, but you leave it to our imaginations that you guys have gone through. How do you feel seeing them together and knowing that he took her to Miami and he took her to the club and
Girl,
all
I
this
feel the
stuff?
same way you feeling right now. I can tell you're getting upset as you ask the
Yeah.
question.
She is
I
committed.
mean, it's obvious. Tasha she birthed 3 children for this man. You know, she has been there for him when he didn't have much on the street corners, and now he's a big time boss. She's been a part of the hustle. So I think Tasha's just as pissed as every single one of y'all up in here. Thank you for your question. Last one.
Ghost, this question is for you, Omari. I relate to the show a lot because a lot of your life relates to my life and what I'm going through right now. If you had a choice, who would you be? Ghost or Jamie? And why?
You better give him a good answer. If this is your real life right now,
Wow.
we better answer.
Somebody put him in the front row, and I'm sorry if I did anything.
I feel pressure.
I feel like Chris Albrecht, Star's executive, or president at this point, CEO, but now president, he came in saying, I want to make sure that Omari can bring Jamie to the role, right? But ironically, what I knew is that Curtis and Courtney hired me for the ability to play Ghost. Ghost to James. James isn't talked about a lot. Lela brought it up, but the 3-headed monster includes James, and James is the entrepreneurial dreamer. James sees that. They talk about Jamie being a dreamer. I don't necessarily think of Jamie as the dreamer. I think of Jamie as just a kid who's so optimistic about the world that he came from, that includes the life of what he negotiated with Tommy, which is drug distribution before he met Tasha, but it mostly is about a girl that lived across the street named Angela. Jamie, because of that, and him still being 14 years old, even as a 30-year-old character as Ghost, the Jamie part makes him a kid. his level of arrogance, selfishness, and the likes to me have often made me as the actor playing it go, that's why I'm confused when I go to my brother of Joe and say, yo, I'm confused, because Ghost is easier to play in the reality that Omari has lived a life of growing up in the urban setting of Decatur, very much being from the street, having family members that dealt drugs, but very educated, really deep, really smart, but also very street. So those are the parts of Omari that I was able to bring to the character, and it's most brought to Ghost, not Jamie. So I would say at the end of the day, I wouldn't have even voted for President Obama if I didn't sense his ghost inside of him. The Jamie part of him is not something that I would be as interested in sitting down and being about. I might talk to Jamie, but I wouldn't want to really go have a beer with Jamie, if that answers your question.
I hope we put him
Get
on
out
the
the
right
game, stay alive.
I was like, I hope we put you on the right track. Go ahead and be James, that entrepreneurial businessman that he's talking about. Go ahead and be him.
Is it true that Anika Noni Rose is joining the cast?
Yes.
So that was, you say Chris,
Anika.
was it Chris?
Chris.
Yes.
I remember names. So Chris asked about that. Yes, Anika Noni Rose, who, do you know Anika Noni
great.
Rose as a 16-year-old young man?
She's going to be awesome this year.
She is an incredible stage actress and film actress. She was in For Color Girls with me, Jackie, and
She's been on Broadway. She's won a Tony. She's fantastic.
13 years as an actor, guys. I didn't start yesterday.
I heard.
No, they were making the connection.
But oftentimes people forget I was in For Color Girls. So
No,
when
no,
I say
no, no,
that-
no, no. They remember.
Okay, thank you.
No.
She's
Thank
like,
you.
She's like, no,
that's
no, no,
not
no.
me.
Who will Anika play?
I love that. I
Anika
I
plays-
enjoyed that movie so much, probably because Anika was in it. And we bonded so much on that set. And
You're gonna have to wait and see who she plays.
Yeah, we can't
she's
give
in
too
it
much
this year.
away.
Come on, Joseph.
Very
Who else
duplicitous
is in
character.
it? Did we,
We
get
got
anybody
so
else
many
in it
great
this year?
people. I mean, Anika is a special, I think
Calvin
one of the
Mul-
special.
Cal Mulvey.
Cal Movie is in it. Callan Movie is in it. Who else? She not in Power this year.
Ooh, Janet.
We
I
talking
was
about
like, Janet Jackson.
Where do you
this
think
is
you
a
are?
power
I didn't
panel.
hear about that.
This panel is
I didn't
about
get the memo.
power.
Says screw Qatar. I'm going back to being Power.
I was like, yes, but Anika plays a very strong and interesting, pivotal
No.
character connected to
She's
Kanan's
so
story.
good in it
Okay.
this year,
So
guys.
we're excited for that.
So she's a surprise. I'm glad that you watched For Color Girls. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that movie.
Nice.
Thank you.
nice.
Give it up. Give it up.
God bless you for that.
Okay,
Jackie,
guys.
did
How
you
your
have
mama
anything,
doing?
a last?
Well, you
wanna
know,
end it?
I could go on and on and on, and I know you guys could too, but I'm sure you all
Wish-
want to give
thank
another
you,
round of
guys.
applause to this wonderful
Yeah.
cast here of Power.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.